Welcome back to my channel. My name's Jake Ferguson, and today, everybody, we're going to be making a gingerbread house. Now, this is already pre-built, and let me explain why. So, come here, because you're part of this. Yeah. So this happened. Yeah, I know. So, on Saturday, I had gotten a gingerbread house, and it was not pre-built. And first off, one of the walls came busted already. But it was 20 minutes of video, basically, of me failing to build the gingerbread house. And then that cat proceeded to jump on my kitchen table while I was holding it together and completely destroyed it. So I had to turn the video off before I went ballistic on her, and I didn't end up going ballistic that much, but she got a bit of a spanking because of that. She's not allowed up on the kitchen table, and she knows that. But I got a pre-built one. I thought that it would be a lot easier. I think that this is the way it's supposed to go, yeah. So there it is inside of its bag, because I frankly did not want to put up with having to rebuild it. Alright. So here we go. So here is all of the candy they give us. They give us 4 gummy Christmas trees, this icing pin, this icing bag, and, well, that's not fun. That's not good. Don't eat that. Here's the icing pouch. I gotta need this. Don't eat that. Thank you. Should have picked it up right away, but I didn't. Alright. Here is what it looks like. There were directions, and I think I destroyed them when I was looking over the package. Empty candies into small bowls. Knead icing pouch for 1 minute to a soft, smooth consistency. Make a small cut in the corner and cut it larger if necessary to decorate. Why? Why did they make me do extra work? It's Christmas. I'm not going to open these until I need to. I've never had gumdrops before. I've never done this before. That's why I was so freaking excited about the thing is that I've had my scissors for over 2 years. Over 3 years, technically. And they do not work. Like, I will use my scissors, but then, like, they're dull or they won't work, so. I end up having to use knives. So how is everybody? How is y'all's Christmas? I know in America right now, America is not having a great Christmas time. We are currently, this is what it looks like. Thank you. I gotta be careful because I don't want it to fall. We are currently on the last week before Christmas, And unfortunately, this is when all the crazy people start coming out and deciding to do bad things. What happened on Bondi Beach, I know that wasn't in America, that's in Sydney, Australia, but what happened at Bondi Beach was horrific. And also, what happened at Brown University, the mass shooting that happened there was awful. I try not to get political. You guys know I lean more towards Democrat because obviously I review shows about drag queens. But this has gotta change. And I feel like it won't get changed this go round. But how do I put this? I believe that we as a society can do better. As the world can do better. And especially during this time of giving and Christmas and watching Christmas movies and spending time with family and white frosting that I am trying to not make look suggestive on camera, so I am gay, so that is very hard for me to do. Okay. I've never used an icing bag before. They gave us 2. Oh, I'll need scissors, huh? Let me try and find scissors. Marcy, if you show up and decide to do this again, I will get your line of lineage. You better not. I'm gonna try to use my toenail clippers. How's that sound? That won't work. It won't work. No. I don't know why I brought those out. I actually do need to cut my toenails now that I think about it, but where did they go? Where did my scissors even go? In the washing machine? They are. Found them. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna bring the scissors with me just in case I need to open up anything else. Okay. So this is a star tip. This is a round tip. I'm gonna start out here with the round tip. Okay. So now what it says to do is to put the icing in the bag. I'm sorry I'm not talking about Drag Race as much while doing this, but I am trying to concentrate considering the fact I did not do this correctly. Back to the matter at hand, I just wrote corn. There's no dairy, and it goes out the same way you put it in, RuPaul. Do I know what I'm doing? Honey, you wouldn't be watching this channel if I did. So, no, I don't know what I'm doing. So, my OG goal, okay, was to make it look like this. Do I think I'm going to get there? No. The thing about me is that I have creative ideas up here. But I have a little thing called hand-eye coordination problems. So this is going to be actually very difficult. I don't like that. I don't like this. That looks like cement. But we're gonna do it anyway. And I feel. Alright. Hey, that's pretty good, honestly. I actually did an okay job at that. Wow. Let's talk a little bit about what's been going on with me. I've just been working. I know a lot of people are like, you need to post more. I get that. But I don't do this as a regular job. I do this as a hobby. And while I do love and enjoy and support my fans, I'm also just very much like, not a really whole lot that I can do. Especially when I don't have a WoW Presents Plus membership. So I can't watch any of like the ones, you know, that are really cool. Like that. However, what I will say is that at least this looks god awful. This looks horrid. I forgot what I was going to say. But let's continue. I figured out, per my last thing, that this is not a very redoable situation. Once I get out to film, I have to just be with what's left, which is the only problem with this, because usually if I mess up or say something wrong, I'll just re-record the entire video because I don't know how to edit yet. And that's something that I'm trying to get better at, editing myself. This looks like a mess. I'm gonna be completely real here, but yeah, I'm planning on doing a Wicked video. I was planning on doing it the day that the Meet the Queens for Season 18 came out. That was kind of the plan. However, what ended up happening is that I had work that day. And I was planning on releasing it, and I was planning on talking about the Wicked book, because I've read the books. However, again, that just didn't happen. What are my thoughts on Season 18? I am team fully Kenya Pleaser because I am from South Carolina. I've lived here all of my life. She is from Sumter, South Carolina, and she is just fabulous, and I love her. If I had an offset spatula, I would actually take all of this white frosting and put it all on the top, so that way it would create like a snow look. You get what I mean? I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try not to break this. I don't have an offset spatula, but I do just have a regular spatula. Maybe it'll work. Let's see. It's it doesn't look too bad, but I get why an offset spatula would actually be more useful here. Yeah, all that's doing is just coming off onto the spatula. But, I mean, it made a tiny thing look nice. I honestly don't know what I'm doing, y'all. This is the first time I've ever decorated a gingerbread house before. And you'd think I'm a homosexual, so I should have already known how to do this. However, That was just never something that was part of my Christmas. Um, by the way, I haven't done this yet. I'll do it for you guys. So, my mom got me a Wicked Advent calendar because I enjoyed the movie Wicked for good. Today is the 16th, so I have to open number 16. This is what it looks like inside. I'll be completely honest. Whilst I like the thought in some of the objects that I've gotten, this is clearly for children. And and it's clearly for girls, too. And when I say that, yes, anybody can have one of these things. That is absolutely fine. However, I got hair clips. I don't wear hair clips because I don't have straight hair. So it kinda was just not realistic for me. That being said, I did like it. And I got Wicked sticky notes today. I do have to say, I do enjoy, like, the packaging. It's very pretty. I have not done 19 yet. Obviously, I'm on day 16. So tomorrow, it seems that I have this small one to do. Who's EC? I heard EC. Who's EC in the book? In the movie? There's Elphaba, but that's not a G. And her last name is Throp. I guess I'll find out on the 24th then. I'm gonna put this back up. Also, my butt has released the Kraken on it. See? So, my family watches this. I should not be showing my ass to random people on the internet. You know what? It's fine. Oh shit, okay. Let me get back to work. 2 days ago we lost Rob Reiner, who was the director of amazing films such as Misery and The Princess Bride and Spinal Tap. When Harry Met Sally. You know, I've never seen When Harry Met Sally. We were supposed to watch it on a trip to the beach one time. I think it was for my birthday. And we got there, and we had put it on, and my mom went to go take a phone call. And the thing about my mom, I love you, Mom, if you watch this, you talk too much on the phone. So, she does, and I love her, but she can hold a conversation. That is the Freda Boroff charm. My grandmother, I loved my grandmother. But she could also hold a conversation for hours on the phone. And especially if you hadn't seen the person in a while, you can hold a conversation with them for hours. Anyway, my mom was on the phone for so long that I suddenly realized that I did not want to watch When Harry Met Sally. So we played a board game instead. I turned it off, and my mom said, "Well, what happened? I wanted to watch the movie." And we were like, "You took too long." So we instead played a board game. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, this is coming along just as I thought it was. Trash. But hey, This is my first time doing it. I ain't gonna do any more icing, I fear. I fear, like, after I use this, I'm gonna just go ahead and... Yeah, they shouldn't have given me a piping bag. Because they didn't in the other one. What they did in the other one was give me a, I might keep this, though. I might have to use it to bake cookies or something. I also could have kept, you know what, it doesn't matter. Okay, this was meant to be done as a family thing. I also need to do, I'm going to do the front of the house in green. This is going to look a hot mess, but I don't really care. And neither should y'all. Y'all shouldn't care about this. I'm probably going to eat it anyway. So, should I eat pre-made gingerbread house? I mean, I was fine when it was me building it, but I don't know if I should eat the one that is already pre-built. My phone is charging because I need it tonight. I'm going to my dad's house for his birthday. So, season 18, back on track, huh? I enjoyed, I will say Darlene Mitchell caught my eye. Her style of drag is something that I enjoy. I'm going to keep the rest of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the rest of it. I'm going to use it on other things. Darlene Mitchell is somebody who I enjoy. Is this gonna... How do I open this? Okay, you just gotta... I don't know where that went. So, if my cat eats it, oh well. Oh, this is gonna be so bad. Does it matter? No. It's Christmas. But it's Christmas. Please don't. I'm about to lose it over some goddamn cha-cha heels. Did you know not James Woods, Gene Wilder was supposed to be in, Over the Hedge? He was supposed to play an owl whose wife died, and I think that the director thought it was too sad for the movie, so they cut it. This is what the house is looking like thus far. I just wanna show you guys the, bad job that I have done. You know, if I was with my family, it's fine. If I was with my family and we were doing this, we would have already broken it. Here's what would have happened. My brother and I would have started arguing about something. My mom would have said it's Christmas. And yeah. We're gonna make gingerbread cookies after this. Me and my family are. Hopefully. If not, that will be another video for us to do. I'm team Darlene Mitchell. Can you please her? The Dion's excite me a lot because of the fact that I know one of them. Like, I know of them now. Like, I knew of Morphine, Love Dion. So, I knew them. Who's giving Chop? Who's giving Discord? Discord is kind of giving Chop, and it's not because of the fact that people thought that she was disqualified. I don't want to root for her. But those are the people that usually make it that far in the end, because if there's one thing that Drag Race loves to do is give the problematic queens their flowers, and I don't understand that. Not saying that Discord is problematic, but looking through what they've actually done, like looking through what Drag Race's track record is, they usually love themselves some controversy. And they do. There's no point in being like, why are you saying it like that? They love themselves some controversial queen. Speaking of controversies, so 2 days ago we lost one of the best directors of. I think I already talked about Rob Reiner. I did. I'm going insane. It's the icing fumes. Our president, the president of the United States. I won't say our president. The president of the United States released a tweet blasting Rob Reiner and his wife. And instead of celebrating their life as something that should be celebrated, like a normal person would, no matter how much if you hated Rob Reiner's movies, the man got stabbed by his son. It is one of the worst ways to go out as a human being, especially when it's somebody that you know and love who does that to you. And I do think that the president's tweet was uncalled for, especially considering the fact that he's not the most popular person in the world right now. In fact, most people can't afford food where I'm from. And instead of our president, instead of the country's president wanting to make everything okay, he instead made it harder for people to buy food. Because that's just what he wanted to do. I mean, it's hard to notice the people suffering when you have everything. And he does have everything. He could buy anything that he wanted to buy. While people are suffering because they can't get on food stamps and getting mad because taco supplies in general cost $53 to buy for yourself. I mean, these aren't things that are supposed to be expensive. There's a reason that so many shelf-stable options are $1. It's so that way people with little money can afford it. And as a person who was on food stamps before they got another job that supported them, I know how hard it is to budget for food stamps and budget for groceries. If you check my refrigerator right now, I have nothing in there. It's because when I'm at work, I have a free meal plan. So I just eat at work on my meal plan. But the people who are... I'm going to put a little bit of green in the doorknob, I think. Yeah, see, it doesn't look that bad when... Okay, so what I want you to do is not look at the top. But, like, that doesn't look horrible. I'm not going to do in between the rocks. Nobody can make me. But the backside also looks good because I did the exact same thing to it. But the top is looking a little bit, like I thought it would. But we're going to get there. Yeah, I'll be completely real here with you. For what is going on in the world right now, especially during this time when, like, it's supposed to be a time of giving and charity and love and acceptance for who people are, the fact that we have a government who does not want that is insane to me. And if this starts a comment thread where it's like, well, actually, first off, if you're a conservative, leave. I don't want you here. Nobody wants you here. I talk about RuPaul's Drag Race, okay? I don't talk about what you like for me to talk about. But secondly, I mean, like, it's Christmas. It is the one day a year where we shed the hatred in our hearts and come together as family, as fellow men, as fellow passengers to the grave. At least I think that's what the quote is by Charles Dickens. I would have to look it up, and I don't have a copy of A Christmas Carol with me. Speaking of which, what is y'all's favorite holiday movies? Now, I understand that this is a little bit ADHD of me, but I also just don't care. Can I just want to, yeah, there you go. There we go. Alright, that's pretty much kaput, I fear. This looks awful. I like this though. Like, if this wasn't filled with icing that would, destroy my floors, I could hang this up. It could be like a little Halloween ghost. Ooh. It's a little bit ADHD of me. My favorite holiday movie is A Christmas Carol with Kelsey Grammer. And now here's the problem. Kelsey Grammer is part of the problem. He's conservative. But this is the type of thing that I talk about. I can separate the art from the artist. I don't necessarily think that Kelsey Grammer is that bad of a human being. I just think that he supports Donald Trump. But I don't think of him as a horrible human being. The thing about cancel culture that I don't like is the fact that people can get canceled. And then, I'll understand why somebody's canceled, but, let people like who they like. If you like Harry Potter, like Harry Potter. I like Harry Potter. But I can separate the fact that I like the movies more than I like the books because J.K. Rowling wrote them, and I don't like J.K. Rowling. I don't like her views on trans people, but I can separate the fact that, when I was a kid, I loved Harry Potter. And if I go back to Universal Studios, I'm absolutely about to be going into Harry Potter world because I want a butterbeer. And it's just one of those things where I'm going to separate the art from the artist that made them. I'm trying to do the windows right now, and it's giving bad. You and I both know that it is giving bad. So I'm going to stop icing. I'm going to start decorating. This is going to be awful. First off, what the fuck are these? I know exactly what they are. They're gonna get on my floor. Honestly, this is turning out actually worse than I thought it would. But you know what? I have you guys here. Why is the icing clumping now? It shouldn't be. You know what I mean? This should be good. But it's not. I think the charm of gingerbread houses are the fact that they're supposed to look bad, so I'm going to just go with that. No. Get over here, you. What are these things? Can I eat one? Shit. No. Seashell, don't. You have a long life ahead of you. Don't do it. Give me that shit. These are chocolate. You can't have them. If Marcy couldn't get on the freaking counter, I would put these on the counter. Okay, I'm not opening these. I'll open the gumdrops because I fear that they're large enough to where if the cats try to eat them, maybe they'll choke them out and spit them up and not want them to eat them. Who knows? I certainly don't. Anyway, favorite Christmas song would probably have to be, I'm trying to think here. I like Underneath the Tree by Kelly Clarkson. That's a good one. I like All I Want for Christmas Is You, though what I will say is, that's not what I was going to say originally, but is that, I do think the hype around that song is a little bit too much. No. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this sometimes. Because, like, I'm so worried about my cats eating these things that I have to, not get them to do that. Please and thank you. A lot of the green ones. This is reminding me of when I was in Hansel and Gretel, when I was a child. Thinking that I was gonna get Hansel or Gretel was crazy. Cause, like, taking one look at me, you knew full well that I was just gonna be ensemble. Because it was like the first time that I was ever doing one of these shows. Okay. What happened? Okay. Okay, why don't these stick? They should, but they don't. And the rest of these, I'm not even going to touch. I might touch the Christmas trees, actually, because the Christmas trees would look fine. Plus, I think, again, they're big enough to where I can do them and it would be fine. I wish that I had put more of the stuff on the back, but it's fine. This is our final house, people. Don't you hate it? I do. I'm going to set this over here, and now I fear it is about time for me to head out. So I'm sorry that you guys couldn't see a whole lot. I'm probably not even going to record this, post this, to be honest. I am. Because I have to, because I just spent a bunch of money on it. But I hope that you guys have a Merry Christmas. I will see you guys later. I'm going to do the book review sooner or later. And if I don't see you before then, I hope to see you on January 3rd or 4th, whenever I can actually watch the season of Drag Race. So goodbye, everybody. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas.